myself, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be covering two main topics. The first main topic that I will be covering today is 3 major mistakes that learners make when applying to universities and how to avoid those mistakes. That will be the first topic. And the second topic will also quickly speak about a university application program that your children can enter to if you wish to increase their chances further at getting university acceptance. So when it comes to the 3 mistakes that learners make, these are the common mistakes that learners keep making each and every year. And so today's focus will be more about university acceptance. So our goal is really how to ensure that your child has the best possible chances of getting enrolled at a university. And so we look at all the things that might hinder their chance of getting accepted at a university. Of course, this is not a guarantee because universities are limited in terms of spaces. However, our goal is to make sure that at least they get the best chance in getting into university. And so before I go into the 3 major mistakes, let me introduce myself just so that you also know who you are talking to. My name is Nathan Dube. I'm an educational consultant at PS Connect. And let me tell you my background story. So in 2007, I got rejected at a university, and primarily because I did a lot of the mistakes that I'm about to share with you today. And after that, after learning these mistakes, I eventually did study at a university and I got my BSc in computer science. And in the same year as 2010, I started at PS Connect. And then up to date, I have 11 years experience helping learners to get into universities. And so now that you know a little bit about myself, let's also speak about the platform PS Connect, the company that I joined. PS Connect has a platform where it's got all the 26 universities in South Africa. It also has 220 colleges. So when I consult with universities as well as the colleges around South Africa. And we help around 100,000 learners each and every year. So from the parents in the comment section, before we speak about the major mistakes, please on the comment section, tell me what is the acceptance rate at a university? What is the acceptance rate at the university? Because we know a lot of learners are applying to universities, but what is the acceptance rate at the university? Is it 50? Is it 30? Is it 90? Is it 10? So on the comment section, please let me know, parents, what percentage do you think universities are accepting? This is very important because I see a lot of parents and a lot of learners don't know actually the real number, and that's why they may not really tackle their application a certain way because of that. So let me just also see in the comment section what is the acceptance. Okay, so Denki is saying 50%. Joyce is saying 50%. Kay is saying 50%. Majola is saying 50%. So, okay, so from all the comments we just got now, you are saying 50%. Now, the real, let me give you the answer, okay? Somebody else is typing. Let me just wait for one more answer because all of you were saying 50%. And so maybe we'll get a different answer from Mavis. So I would like to share with you the reality of universities, and this will give you a better perspective in terms of how to actually take your application seriously. So Simangeli 30%, and then there's also one for 90%. So let me give you the answer, ladies and gentlemen. The answer for this is actually 10%. So universities accept only 10%. So this is the reason why I stress that it's very important for your child to avoid all the mistakes, to know what it takes to actually present the right type of application so that they may be able to be accepted, because universities across South Africa are accepting only 10%. Only 10% of their applicants who are actually applying to that university. And so let's cover the 3 mistakes. Now, the first mistake to avoid is applying before qualifying. So what do we see what have I seen over the past 11 years? And this is one of the mistakes that I also did in 2007. One of the misconceptions is, if I apply to many universities, then I increase my chances. So if I apply to 20 universities, I'm sure one of them will accept me, and I'll hope and pray that at least one of them will accept me. But the reality is, if you do not qualify, you will not be considered at any of those universities. No matter how many universities you apply to, or no matter how much you hope that they accept you, if you do not qualify, a university does not accept you. And so the solution to that would be to understand all the requirements that the universities seek, and then identify the courses that you qualify for before applying. That is the solution, is to identify first all the requirements, and then find out if your child qualifies, and only then they can start applying. Now, the problem is that university requirements are complicated. And that's the reason why I did not know the requirements. That's the reason why a lot of parents and a lot of learners don't know the requirements of a university, because it's not simple and straightforward. It's actually complicated. And I will give you an example with one of their requirements. There is something called an APS score. I don't know, parents, are you familiar with what an APS score is? However, an APS score, just to give you the answer, is an application point system. So this is one of the requirements out of a lot of the requirements that they seek. They want the score, so they give your child certain points based on the subjects and marks that they have. But now the problem is that each and every university is using a different APS formula to calculate your child's eligibility at that institution. So that means that you would need to find out what's the formula for each and every one of all these universities, and then calculate the APS score in each and every one. So I understand that is a lot of work, but I would actually like to show you what I also mean by that. Let me go to the prospectuses just to give you an example. So let's open university, Wits University. This is their prospectus. Let's go to their APS score and let's see what APS score do they use. Okay, so here's Wits University. They currently use an 8-point system, and the 8-point system does not start at 1. There's 0, 0, and it then starts at 3. So what's complicated here is some use 8-point system, but it starts at 1, 2, and then 3, and then up to 8. Wits, it has 0 here, it starts there. Another institution uses a 7-point score system and not an 8. Another one uses a 9. So this is me just trying to show you how complicated the formulas are in terms of applying. Another thing I'd like to point out is that Wits University, if you look over here, it says life orientation. So it includes life orientation. So other institutions don't exclude life orientation. So there's a lot of requirements actually you need to figure out before you find out if you qualify. And I just want to give you one last example. Let's open up the prospectus for Limpopo University, for instance, and let's go to the APS scores. Can you see here? They're using a 7-point system that begins with 1. So this is just an example to show you. And now look over here. Life orientation is not included over here. Life orientation is not included. So this just basically shows you that different institutions are using different requirements. And I understand that's the reason why it's difficult to qualify. However, there's an alternative that I would like to show you, parents, to make this actually much easier. But let me first show you how your APS, the APS score of your child will actually look like. So for UJ, if your child applies to UJ, their score might be 22. At WITS, their score might be 25. And at Rhodes, it might be 23. And at Venda, it might be 21. So you can see with the same marks that your child is submitting, they are getting different APS scores. That is the challenge, ladies and gentlemen. So this leads us to our second mistake to avoid. What is the second mistake to avoid? It's APS scores do not stay the same. So the mistake is thinking that APS scores stay the same. A lot of learners come and say, I've got a higher certificate, I've got a diploma, where can I study? My APS score is 21, where can I study? And so that is not really the correct question to ask, because just because you got 21 in one institution doesn't mean you get the same APS score in another institution. And so learners end up applying and not qualifying, and then also getting rejected because they were thinking that their APS score remains the same. So the solution here is to identify each and every formula of those institutions and then calculate the APS score of your child. Now, the alternative that I was speaking about is to use PS Connect as an alternative. Because with PS Connect, it's very simple. What a learner does is they register on PS Connect. We assess them. So we take their marks and subjects and we assess them, and then we give them an institution report. This institution report then tells them where do they qualify. So it identifies all the institutions, the universities, the colleges around South Africa, and it shows them automatically. So they don't need to go through the process of understanding all the APS score formulas, for instance. And so I want to also show you a report that a learner would get. So your child would get this type of report from PS Connect, an institution report. And also, if you see over here on the left-hand side, your child gets to say what provinces would they like to study at, what careers are they interested in, what qualification are they interested in, a certificate, degree, full-time, and which type of institutions are they interested, university or college. And then over to the right-hand side, this is where then they will put their marks for English, second additional language, mathematics, life orientation, and also their marks. So what happens is PS Connect takes all of this information and then gives them the results. So look over here, we've got University UJ, University of Johannesburg. This now shows all the courses that UJ offers related to the careers that your child are interested in, able to show the fees and also the closing dates as well. And then over to the right-hand side, it then shows them whether they qualified or not qualified, And so this is what we do at PS Connect. We'd be able to go through all these different things and show your child where they qualify, so meaning that where they should apply to, because you've got better chances of applying to a place where you qualify than a place where you don't qualify. What I also want to show you is if you just go down, you'll be able to see another university. Here's Tshwane of Technology. Here are the courses as well. Here's Limpopo, for instance, the courses, Venda. So we have a lot of universities and colleges on this report to actually go through, and obviously because of time we will not go through all of them, but this is to show you an example. Now there's this section called detailed results. Now detailed results is a section where now the report goes into detail why you qualify. So it checks your APS score. Remember, we're speaking about APS score. The required here is 28, and then my results for this report, as an example, is also 28. So, but we are able to go through the different requirements because it's not just APS score, there's pass level, there's certain marks, there's also subjects as well. So in a course that we do, the course that I was telling you about, what we do is that we go step by step explaining the process in the university application program in terms of how your child has to understand all these requirements before they apply. So this is exactly how the report is, and I would like to show you also one more thing regarding the report, because this report, we all use it to even send our application. So also a learner is able to see what are the application methods and fees. So if you post to UJ, it's 200 Rand. If you apply online, it's for free. So, and then this is also a link to UJ's application. So once we've identified and helped a learner to know where they apply, they click on this link over here and it sends them directly to UJ's application page on the internet, and then they can start their application over here. And in the program, we also then walk the learner down the application program itself so that they know what do they need to do when they're applying, what challenges they might occur, how they need to communicate with the institutions. Because like I said, the goal is to make sure that your child gets the best chances of being accepted at a university. And so this was just a quick example, ladies and gentlemen, of the report. And let me then continue with the presentation. Let's speak about the third mistake to avoid: applying with grade 12 final marks. I'm not sure about parents, but I can say a lot of learners are always thinking, I will apply with my final grade 12 marks because my marks, I'm not happy about them. I need to wait a bit and try for the last time. The problem with that is that applications start closing at the end of this month. Those are the main applications. They start closing at the end of this month. And so when your child applies with a grade 12 marks, they are then they are depending on late applications. And so let's speak a bit about late applications. There is a 1% chance of being accepted for late applications. And the reason for that, first of all, we spoke that universities accept only 10%. That's just generally. Now, on top of that, late application, the problem is that the main courses are usually full by then. The ones that are left are unpopular courses that learners end up taking just to be admitted at the university. And then we see a lot of learners drop out from the university, get discouraged or fail because they just took any course. And so the solution for this, parents, is that your child must apply before main applications close. That's when they increase their chances. I do not recommend that you wait for late applications. We do help learners with late applications, but they've got more chances of going to a college than a university when it comes to late applications. And so that is the third mistake to avoid. So I spoke about the university application program. And so this university application program, I just want to give you a brief understanding of how it works, but rather let us also speak about the topics that it covers first. So I just want to go to the website so that you are able to see it as I'm actually showing you the program itself. So it's the University Application Program for 2022. And so the topics that we cover are the 10 major mistakes to avoid when applying, because today we spoke about 3 major mistakes. So if you want your learner to enroll into this program to further their chances of applying and getting accepted at a university, then you can enroll them into the course, because then we would cover all the 10 mistakes that your child should avoid. Then we cover the 6 requirements, 6 level of requirements, because today we covered one of them, which was the APS score. So there's other requirements as well that we'd need to cover with your child in order to make sure that they actually qualify, because we check if they've avoided all these mistakes, they meet all these requirements, and then after that we would then help them to identify all the institutions that they qualify for. Then we'd go step by step with those institutions. And then also what we cover is the documents required to attach to the application. A lot of learners get rejected because they never attached the right documents, or they never saved those documents with the right file. And so sometimes they submit those documents and the system rejects them because it's not the right format. So we also cover all the information around that. We also share the 3 best strategies when applying, because our aim is to actually help your child to actually get more than one offer from universities, to get more than one offer. And so when your learner gets more than one offer, then we help them to understand the different offers and accepting the best offer. Another thing we cover is how to identify which funding options your child qualifies for, and we also show them how to apply for these funding options so that it may help with the school fees. And then lastly, we help them step by step to make applications to the universities and college and funding opportunities that they may have. And so this is what the course covers. So the course is a 3-day program. It's a 3-day program. It's each and every day your child will give your child a link, just like the link that you are on now. And they will come into a session like this, but in that session, we'll be covering everything that the program covers. So it's a 2 to 3 hour session per day. And then what learners will do is they will select slots, because our classes have different slots. So your child will be able to say, okay, I will select the one for Wednesday or Thursday. So our registration closes on the 17th of September for our next class. Our next class, the 17th, would be this Friday. So our registration closes on Friday. The class will then begin on the 20th to the 25th of September. And between this time, that's when your child will then select between these days, which of the days can they attend their 3-day program, and then attend that session. And then after that session, they'll be able to apply just in time before applications close, because like I said, applications close on the 30th. And I'd also like to say, some of you parents, your children have applied to universities, but the question is, do you know if they apply? Because just applying doesn't mean, do you know if they qualify? Because applying does not mean they qualify. So you might say, okay, my child is sorted because they applied to 3 universities, but what if they don't qualify? So the most important thing is to first identify where they qualify and then send applications, because you have a better chance with that. Another thing I'd like to point out is that the requirements for this course is for your child to have a device or internet. They can either use their own phone. If they don't have their own phone, they can use your phone, whatever the device is, and they need internet, whether the internet is Wi-Fi or whether it's data, because there's daily data. It's very affordable to buy a gig just for that day for the program. So that's the 2 requirements. They must have a device and internet, because this is an online program and they'll be joining in a session just like the one we are having right now. So, and our seats are limited. We host only 500 learners in each class. And so we work on a first come, first serve basis. Now, the university application program, basically, I did cover all these topics, but this is just to show you what happens over here. The 10 mistakes to avoid. So when your child goes through these mistakes to avoid, then they narrow down into the next level, which now we check their 6 level of requirements. And then obviously your child has to meet these requirements before we help them to apply to universities. If they cannot apply to universities, then we show them how to apply to colleges, because that is an alternative. However, we first want to check if your child qualifies for university and then help them to apply to university. And then after that, they will get the university offers. And then after that, the last step would be university acceptance. Once they are accepted at a university or a college, for instance, then that is when we know that we have actually helped your child in terms of their education. And so I want to just give you a testimony about this learner. This learner is currently matriculated in 2020. Her name is Tembelihle, and she's 19 years old. So she joined our program last year. And after joining our program, she actually got 3 university offers. She got an offer from Cape Town, Wits, and KwaZulu-Natal. And so in these 3 offers, which is normally called provisional acceptance, which we also cover what that is in the course. But basically provisional acceptance is that they are giving you the 3 offers that you can actually go study there. And so we helped to understand all the offers, and then she finally decided to study at Wits University. So currently now she is studying bachelor's in accounting science at the University of Wits currently. And so this is just one testimony to show you what the program does for learners. And this for Tembelihle, she's a learner who's actually from a rural area in KZN. So this is the reason why it's so special, because not only our program also helps learners from urban areas, but even from the rural areas, we help them and then they actually get accepted at a university. And so this is our media profile. Parents, for those of you who are getting to know PS Connect for the first time, we've been to SAFM, ENCA, YoTV, Morning Live, SABC News, and the rest. And also, if you're not familiar with us, I would just encourage you just to go on Google and just type in PS Connect, just so that you are familiar with us and you want to maybe do your own research regarding us, because I was saying that we've been here for 11 years. So this would be PS Connect. It's the first thing that pops up on our site. Also, you can go to the news section. We've been featured by Brand South Africa as well. You can go into images and then you'll see that we've also been to Metro FM. We've been to ETV, YFM, YoTV. So this is how you can just familiarize yourselves with PS Connect just by doing your own research for the parents who'd like to do so. And so let's speak about the course fee. So our course fee usually is 1,200 because this is 11 years experience packed into the program to ensure that your learner increases their chances. But at the moment, we are running a discount, which the course goes for 750. However, for the parents today who are joining in, we give you an additional 30% if you just use the word apply when you are registering. You just use the word apply, then you get a 30% discount. So for the parents who are joined in now, the program is 499, literally 499 from 1,200. And this is a once-off fee that you'll be paying for the 3-day program. And the different payment methods we have, it's online. So through our website, you can make the payment there, or you can EFT. So we'd provide you our bank details, and then also you can also deposit the money. So you choose whichever way you'd want to pay for the program. So the process is very simple. We are going to give you our banking details for the parents who are interested, and then you are then going to EFT or deposit the funds. You're going to use your child's ID as a reference number, and then you're going to just email us the proof of payment or WhatsApp us the proof of payment, and then after that we enroll your child to begin into the course. So we'd like to do all of this week. So as I've mentioned, that registrations are closing on Friday for our next class, and I'd like to say our next class might be the last class because it's very tight in terms of the end of September. We might do classes for maybe the universities that are still opened in October, because half of them close in September and then some of them close in October. But for now, this might be our last class. So let's just do a quick recap on today's session, parents. This is a recap. The mistakes to avoid, like I had said, is applying before qualifying. This is very important to make sure that your child has a better chance at being accepted. The other one is knowing that the APS score doesn't stay the same. So you need to know the different APS score of your child in the different universities. And then also waiting for late applications is not the solution because it decreases the chances. What will happen is your child might even take a gap year just to wait for 2023 applications because they did not even apply before the main applications close. And then just a recap on the program. We covered the 10 mistakes as opposed to the 3 that we've covered today. We covered the 3 best strategies, and then we show your child how to apply to universities and funding options so that they can get accepted at institutions, increase their chances, to be accepted at institutions. So before I go into the questions, I would like to just let you know that we are going to just send you a document of the application fees of the different universities so that you are able to know which universities are online, are free online, which ones charge, regardless whether it's online or post, so that it can help you out to figure out how to actually apply to that institution. And then also we are going to send you a replay of today's video. So for the parents who were not able to log in, or the parents who came in late today, or you'd like to watch this video again just to digest all this information that we're giving you, then we're going to send you an SMS, just like the SMS that you got today. We're going to send you another SMS and it will have the link to the replay. And then third, we'll give you a PDF of today's program. So everything that we covered today in terms of the program would then give you a PDF of that. So a PDF of that would just look like this if I have the time to just quickly show you. So it would then cover the 3 mistakes that we spoke about today. It will speak about today the university application program we're talking about. It will then have information again with that. And then what it will also have is the course fee. And then it will also have the links. So this is very important. If you click on this link, this is the registration form. So it will have this one over here, which is to replay the video. This one over here is to register. So if you want to enroll your child into the program, then you can also click on this link. And then this would be the website for the program if you still want to check it out. So if you simply click on this link over here, and then it will then go into a registration form for the program, and then that's simply when the learner will fill out all the details, and then you'd be able to would send you also the banking details. However, the banking details are still on this document that I'm showing you now. Here are all the banking details of the document. Perth Stewart, ladies and gentlemen, stands for PS Connect. So when you hear the word PS Connect, it's actually the PS stands for Perth Stewart, and that's why you might see that on our banking details. And so this is the form that we are going to give you, and then it will also have all our contact details. We are based in Johannesburg, in Glen Vista. We've got an email over here. We've got a number. You can call us on this number as well as WhatsApp us on this number. And then we also have our website, PS Connect. So this is the document we are going to send you, ladies and gentlemen. So with that said, then I would love to open it up to the questions, and so that I can answer any questions from the parents. So on the comment section, can you please put your question if you have any questions, parents? It's important for you to know everything before you enroll into the your child into the program, so that you understand. So on the comment section, please ask questions. And also, if you would like to also speak, please just raise your hand, then I'll be able to unmute your mic, and then I'll I'll also give you a chance to ask the question through the mic. So those are the two methods to ask your questions. On the comment section, parents, can you ask the questions? And then if you want to raise your hand, you can raise your hand. And then one of the questions is, where can I get the PS Connect app? And so that's why we'll send you all the information after this. We're going to send you a link, and we are going to then give you all the information in terms of how to enroll into the program. And then for those who don't have our contact details, I mean, I can just put this up quickly. So that you can also speak to us on WhatsApp in terms of how to get in the information if you don't get it. However, like I said, we are going to send you a link of all this information so that you can start enrolling your child into the program if you are interested in it. And so let's quickly go over to the comment section as well. So do parents have any questions regarding today's program? I would like to give you the opportunity to ask all the questions. I finished very quickly because we have 20 minutes left. So Tandega is asking what's the program talking about? So I don't know if Tandega was here in the beginning of the program. However, the program is talking about helping your child increase their chances at being accepted at a university. And so today we spoke about some of the mistakes to avoid. And if you are interested, once your child gets enrolled into our program, then we go through the 10 mistakes, because today we covered 3, and we also go through all the 6 requirements, because today we covered 1. But the goal of the program is to help your child to be accepted, to increase their chances to be accepted at a university. We also spoke about how universities only accept 10%. So that's why it's important that your child must avoid all the mistakes, because if they don't even avoid 1, definitely they won't be accepted at a university. And so I'm going to come to Minky, who raised her hand, and then I'll also go back to the comment section to answer more questions. But I hope, Tandega, I was able to answer your question. If not, just please respond, but I believe I have. So Minky, I've unmuted your mic. Can you please unmute?
Hi, everyone. So my question is, how long does it take for the course?
3 days. Takes 3
only.
days.
And then are the children going to get the certificate or something?
So the course, yes, we do give a certificate. And the certificate is just to say that, and we do give the parents a certificate, but that certificate is just to say that your learner has gone through our 3-day program of applying to universities. And we believe after the 3-day program, if your learner is actually joining and listening, they would be able to avoid all the mistakes when they apply. So after the program, we believe that they should increase their chances much better at being accepted because they would avoid all the mistakes that most learners do when coming to applications.
So it's only 500 rand.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Minky. Okay, so Minky had raised the hand, so I was able to unmute her mic. Anyone else who would like to speak, they can raise the hand. If I've answered your question, Minky, can you please? Yes, you've taken down your hand. Thank you very much. So anyone else who wants to ask questions, please, parents, feel free because I'm here to answer all your questions at this moment in time. Let's go to the comment section as well. Okay, so this is Zintle who says that would like to thank you so much. This was so educational and helpful. Thank you very much, Zintle. We aim to please. This is something we've been doing for the past 11 years. So we're very passionate about education and making sure that learners achieve their dreams and the careers that they want to study, we help them. And then also another thing I would like to say is that even from next year will be, so we've been doing this, Peers Connect helps grade 8 to 12 learners. And so right now we are just presenting the course that we help the matriculants, some of the grade 11s. However, from next year, we'll also be presenting all the other courses for the different grades. Like for instance, grade 9, we help the learners to choose their subjects. Because that's also something that's very complicated and they make a lot of mistakes. So just so you know that Peers Connect assists grade 8 to grade 12. But right now we're focusing on applications. So another question from Vuyo. I think I will follow you. I will wait for the link. Thanks a lot. That's a pleasure. We'll give you the link. We'll give you this video again so that you can watch it again. We'll give you the link to the program information and we'll give you the link to the registration. So the registration, that link is when you say, okay, fine, I want to enroll my child into the program. But like I said, applications, well, the registration for this university application program closes this Friday and we work on a first come first serve basis. So if we fill up the class on Wednesday, then unfortunately we won't be able to take any more learners. We just give until Friday, but the truth of the matter, it can fill up at any time. So let me just go back to raising of hands and then I'll come back to the comment section as well. Rofiwa is just put up the hand and I've just unmuted your mic. So Rofiwa, can you just unmute your mic and talk to us?
I will just to say thank you for this program, but I do have a question. I do have a daughter who passed the matric last year. She got a diploma.
Okay.
She got a diploma, but this year she didn't go to school because of space and many things. But when we were looking at the prospectus, let's say of University of Limpopo, develop, or the courses which she wanted to do, she qualifies for them, but it says Bachelor of. Can we enroll them even though she got a diploma? She meets all the minimum requirements.
Okay, so I'm a bit confused because you're saying that she has a diploma, but she's qualifying for a bachelor's.
Yeah, and for a course which it says Bachelors of, she meets all the requirements.
Yeah, but if she does not meet the bachelor pass, even if she qualifies for everything else, but she does not meet the bachelor pass, then she doesn't qualify. So that's the tricky thing as well. You need to qualify on all the levels. So if you don't qualify on one, you immediately don't qualify for all of them. You see? And that's the reason why it's important for you to go through all the 6 steps and see if they qualify for all of them. And then only after that, you then apply. So in essence, it might mean that your learner, your child did not, your daughter did not actually qualify for that course. And the reason why she was not able to be considered is because she was applying to a course that wanted a bachelor's pass, but she got a diploma pass.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So if you want your child to also apply again to different institutions, different universities before they close again, because you said she took a gap year, that's when she enrolls into the program, and that's how we then identify more of the different institutions out there and the opportunities out there. You know, sometimes the learners don't know how much opportunities are out there. So I would suggest that you then enroll into the program, just so that as the parent as well, you know what your child qualifies. And if your child after the program needs to upgrade, we'll let you know, because after the 3-day program, we do give a report to the parent to tell them this is the position of your child. This is how your child has done in the program. This is our assessment about your child, and we believe this is the course of action. So I hope I have answered your question, Rofiwa.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Rofia, because I've answered your question, can you please also just put down your hand that I may give other people chances? So I'd like to unmute Abed's mic. Abed Nico's mic. I've unmuted you. Can you unmute your mic and speak to us?
We go. Good evening.
Evening.
A quick one from my side. Yes. In a situation where my kid doesn't know what course to apply for, are you in a position to help?
Yes, we're in a position to help. We look at your child's interests. What are they interested in? And then we are able to then, can I please ask, what grade is your child in?
They're in grade 12.
In grade 12, yes. So, you know, I wish your child knew us way before, because we would take them through, you know, grade 9, grade 10, and that's when we actually help them to figure out what their career is. But now in grade 12, because of emergency, we still do it. We show your child a few options that they might be interested in, and then after that, then we take them through the step of applying to those universities. So we're going to look at their interests. We're also going to look at their their subjects, and also their marks.
All right, and doing the applications now, they actually got up to second term results, grade 12 results. So which results are they using to?
Yeah, so we would also then look at the different reports that your child gets, because we want to put their best step forward. And so we would then look and just decide which results should they submit with. However, for now, I would say they would submit with their June marks.
All right.
Yes. Any more questions?
All right, I think that's it for me.
Okay, so thank you very much for those questions, because I enjoy answering questions from parents. So yeah, if you would like your child to then be enrolled in the program to figure out also what careers they can go into. And let me mention that PS Connect has over 1,700 careers. So we've got a huge database of careers that we give the opportunity for your child to then explore in. So let me just disable that mic over there. And so let me go into the comment section as well. So thank you also for the nice comments. You know, I also like it when you guys tell me what you think about today's program. Even though you're asking questions, you can also give your comments about if you've benefited from this program. So Tembelihle says, how many chances of getting accepted after doing this program? So how many chances is a tricky one to answer, but basically, let's say, for instance, if your child, let's say if you did not go through this program and your child did not know their APA score, and then they applied to the wrong course, right? And then through the course, the program, they were able to know where they qualify. What that automatically means, they now have a better chance, because if didn't go through the program, they would have just applied to the wrong courses and they would definitely get rejected. So with each and every step, hence why the 10 major mistakes, each and every mistake gives you a better chance, a better chance, a better chance. But in terms of a percentage, we wouldn't know, depending on learners. Others qualify, so we can increase their chances by 30%, 40%, 50%, we don't know. But the goal is to try your best, and that's if you are going to apply to university. Now, if you're not going to apply to university and you're going to apply at a college, then we also help with that, but you can also decide whether you'd want us to help with teaching your child what the correct process to take. And so the comments are coming in, so let me see. Okay, so let me try and answer the one who put up the hand. Somebody just put up the hand now. Can you just put it up again so that I can allow you to speak on the mic? Because I was about to unmute you. Okay, so it's Minky again. Please unmute Minky.
Okay, I have another question. I have a sister who is doing grade 12. So can she join the program?
Yes, so anyone you know who's in grade 12, who's supposed to be applying, they can join the program. The truth is, the best time to actually start with this program is grade 11. That's honestly the best time. However, we are helping different learners now, helping grade 11s, grade 12s, and learners who finish school. So anybody you know, whether it's your sister, your cousin, as long as they are in grade 12 and they're studying an NSC certificate, then they qualify to get into the program.
So what time is your class starting?
So our registrations close end of this week on Friday, and then we will announce to the learners on Monday the times of the classes, because we've got different times, and then the learners will then select the times that suit them the best.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so anyone else who's got questions, you can raise your hand. Let me quickly just answer this questions as well. Ntlantla says, are the kids going to come to the institution for the program? This program is an online program. So the same way you are online right now and we're speaking in this session, this is exactly how we're going to run the program. So we're going to give your learners a link, and then they're going to join a meeting just like this, and then we're going to share our screen, and then we're going to go step by step, showing them if you want to apply here, this is what you do. This is what you need to check in order for you to qualify. So it's an online classroom in a nutshell. And then we also give them material during the program so that they're able to download and read through what was happening during each session. So I hope I have answered you, Tlantla. It's an online program. It's a session just like this. They will join the meeting. And then the other one is Monica saying thank you. It was fruitful. It was my first time hearing PS Connect. Thank you, Monica. And I'm happy that we were able to give you a fruitful session. I have a question. As I may not have money to pay, therefore my child won't get any help. Yes, unfortunately, this is a program where you would need to pay to get into the program. So it's advisable for you to just seek any financial help so that you may enroll your child into the program. Then Queen Celebe says, hi, but my child has been accepted to Varsity College. So how will this program going to benefit her? So I'm not sure when your child came to PS Connect. So most of the parents who are here is because the children did come on PS Connect as well and inquire. So if your child is already at varsity, then this program is definitely not for them. It's definitely not going to help them because our program is getting them into your varsity colleges or your Wits universities. And so this course wouldn't be for for their child. But however, if you have children coming up who are still in grade 11, in grade 12, whatever the case is, or you've got sisters or cousins, then the program would be for them, because this is about university and college acceptance. So I hope I answered your question, Queen. And then Mavis saying thank you. And it means I did answer a question. So thank you for all the questions. I believe that I've answered all the questions. I don't see any hands up. I do not also see any comments on the comment section. So I believe I've assisted everyone. I've answered all the questions. Like I said, we are going to send you the link. So how much is the program? So I can see that, okay, thank you, Queen. It's a pleasure. I can see that others are asking questions because maybe they've entered at a certain time. The program is 500 Rand. It's once off for the 3-day program. And like I said, I'm going to send you a link with our replay video of today's session. And then you are able to watch this video all over again so that you are clued up with all the information. But it's a 3-day program and the cost of it is $4.99. And that is me answering Letabo. And let me answer also Tandega. I see Tandega has raised her hand, so let me quickly allow her before our session ends. Yes, Tandega, you can unmute your mic. Tandega, can you unmute your mic and speak to us? Okay, maybe she will just give a moment to unmute her mic because she's struggling. But Tandega, I've helped you to.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I have a question. My question
Yes.
is, if you want to enroll in this program, what must I have? I mean, some of us are from rural areas.
Yes.
So, what must I have?
Okay, you are cutting, so I can't hear your question clearly. What must you have regarding?
I want to enroll on this program. What must I have?
Or you really simply don't need anything. First of all, you need to be in the position to be in the program. So for instance, if I don't know if you are the parent or the child, but your child has to be in either grade 11, 12 or finish school, has an NSC certificate or studying towards an NSC certificate. And then you just enroll in the program because we give you the link. Then you just register and then you make the payment, the once-off payment of $4.99. And then from there, we enroll you into the program. And then from there, we give you links, just like the one you've joined now. And then in those links, we then teach you online about how to increase your chances of getting accepted at a university.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the last day, no?
No, so the last day we're closing registration on Friday, but it's a first come first serve.
Yes,
So if we
coming Friday.
Yes, this coming Friday on the 17th. So
After this Friday, you won't take anyone until when?
We're not really sure because the problem here is that universities are closing at the 30th. So what we want to do is make sure that we enroll the last class to prepare them for their applications for the 30th. And so that is why we are closing it now, because next week we'll be helping learners. We might be able to accept learners again, but I cannot guarantee after this class. So we might be able to do a class for the learners who still want to apply for the universities for October, but it is not a guarantee. We normally just do it up until September.
Okay.
Yes.
Asking because of money. I'm just right now.
Yes, so like I said that this program is a paid program, so you would need to pay the registration fee for the program.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tandega. Okay, thank you, everybody. I believe I've answered all your questions. And then everyone is also saying, Mosolodi is also saying thanks a lot. And then I think that's the last comment for the day. Our meeting was between 7 and 8, so I would like to respect everyone's time, and I'd like to thank all the parents for joining in. Once again, this is our WhatsApp number. So on your phone right now, you can take a screenshot of our WhatsApp or our email, and then you can communicate with us. But like I said, also, we are going to send you an SMS with a link to all the information, and then you'll be able to check out the information and make your decision before our registrations close if you are interested. So I would like to thank all the parents for joining in, and I wish you a good evening, and I shall see you soon. Thank you, parents. I will be ending today's meeting. Thank you very much.